right here, this, whatever this is, this right here, we think it's air. But I realize that if I stop, close my nose and mouth for 4 minutes, if I'm separated from this substance for 4 minutes, my heart don't stop. My brain don't even stop. My body functions don't stop. The first thing I lose is consciousness. I pass out. I can no longer stay aware. So I started to say, well, wait a minute. I'm not just breathing in air. I'm breathing in consciousness. And this air is conscious.
A U.S. oil tanker ship carrying jet fuel mysteriously collided with a cargo ship. So this happened in the middle of the North Sea. And the cargo ship that collided with it, with the oil tanker, was carrying sodium cyanide. So I'm sitting here asking myself, how the hell do this even happen? Both of these ships got radar, right? And then you got jet fuel mixed with sodium cyanide colliding, making a fire. Do y'all know how dangerous that is? Sodium cyanide, and when mixed with water, it creates hydrogen cyanide, which is a deadly gas. The U.S. military just happened to be involved in this because the tanker was on a U.S. Navy charter. And why was this cargo ship on its way to Rotterdam? That port is a major hub for military logistics, black market deals, and global connections. So I'm confused. Was this an attempt to stop it from reaching its destination? Their main argument was that it was low visibility, and that's why.
This is tap water, and we're going to show you how much chlorine is in tap water. We are going to use chlorinated drops. It's a clear liquid with a yellow cap, and this is chlorine, and we are going to see how much chlorine is in our tap water. Now, in this demonstration, we're going to show you how fast chlorine absorbs into your skin. They say that chlorine is proven to cause cancer. It also affects the endocrine system and also the leading cause of asthma, eczema, psoriasis. So we want to eliminate chlorine. Now we're mimicking what happens in a shower or bath. Take out our hand, do the same exact test. And we're going to stir that up. Where's the chlorine? It's in my hand.
Okay, now we're going to test the arrowhead water, okay? Okay, barely any light at all. It's dead water, it has no electrical current. Let's try the Dasani. Nope, very dead. Let's try Essentia. Okay, this is supposed to be alkaline water. Nope, nothing. Now let's try Kangen water. Do you see what just happened, guys? This water is electrically charged, okay? It's rich in antioxidants naturally. There's no additives added to the water. It is all created by an electrical process. It's called an electrolysis. Okay, let's go back.
Dead horse, Alaska. This is one of my favorite sites because it always seems like it always produces stuff like that's just plain crazy and weird. Check this out, guys. Okay, there's the first part of the craziness, and then we will advance. Okay, it shrinks down. Which is a normal. Okay. Blows up. Okay. Okay, check it out. It even gets bigger. Check this out. Pow. Okay? Watch this. What in the world? Look at this. And went from this to this to this to that. Okay?
What a joke, man. Look at this. Something we've been posting about for years and getting in trouble on here for doing so just got admitted to, except in a very funny way. Experiments to dim the sun in bid to curb global warming will be approved by the UK government within weeks. And you won't believe how they plan to do it. I kind of thought they were already doing it. Experiments to reflect sunlight away from Earth will be given the green light by the government within weeks, the Telegraph reports. Outdoor trials could include injecting aerosols into the atmosphere. Where have I seen this before? Dude, where's the vote for this? They're putting aerosols. Now, of course, it's going to be safe. It's going to be so safe. Don't worry about it. Please, it's going to be so safe. And we won't be funding the release of any toxic substances to the environment, he said. Of course they wouldn't do that. They call it stratospheric aerosol injections. And they certainly weren't doing this before. They're just now experimenting with it now. They haven't been doing this for years or decades or anything. Oh, yes. And by the way, the UK is already cloudy all the time. Now, you're probably wondering, is there some other...
was like, oh, that's the sky. Anyway, at 2:25 a.m. last night in Magnolia, New Jersey, the sky lit up bright and something crashed through my roof in a giant ball of fire and left a massive dent in a thick gauge steel heater. Wow. Let's take a look at this. Oh my gosh. So that is something. So this is the mark. It wasn't that big, but it left a dent. You can see that. Here's another picture that he posted of the hole on his roof. So this thing should be...
Residents were woken up by a loud boom when Sebastian Leonardo arrived at his auto body shop in Atlantic Avenue later that morning.
That's when I looked up and I saw the giant hole up there in the ceiling.
When employees climbed up to look at the damage to the roof and ceiling, they saw where the unidentified object made impact.
A sizable dent in a thick steel gauge box. Yeah, and so that's when I went to my cameras and I found all the videos and realized what had actually happened. You know, it's like the giant flash outside and then the impact.
Look at this hail, y'all. Look what it's doing to this man's house. It wasn't just doing this to houses, it was doing this to cars. Like cars got dented in, windows was broken. Even a hotel window, one side of the building was gone, like destroyed. Look at the size of this hail, y'all. Look at the building. Every single window is shattered, y'all. This is crazy. It's like the perfect storm. Look, they had to board up all the windows now. So you had a bad storm one day, the next day a plane crash. As you can see up in my head, you see the responders going to the scene where the plane crashed.
马路边那些太阳灯自燃起来啊，好恐怖！看到没有？啊，越燃越大，越恐怖。
South Carolina?
No.
Does anybody know if Brandon or Corey are out there?
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Bro. Come on, Max. You see that? They found it.
there any way we can bring in some cloud cover? This isn't spring break. We need somber.
Copy that. Let's try this one. There you go.
Thank you.
Tower out.
So I live here in the Central Valley, and it was raining a couple minutes ago. Can anyone explain the blue water?
Hey, we're camping in this beautiful state park in Texas, and it's been raining, and the water that's coming out of the sky is blue. And it's not this tarp, because it's happening on this tarp too. Look at that. This is crazy. Are they chemtrailing us in Texas?
Got a motherfucking blue lake right here. How much would it take for you to drink that water? How much money? Got a motherfucking blue lake right here. How much would it take for you to drink that water? How much money?
So you mean to tell me a container full of chicken just washed up ashore in Jamaica? A big container full of fresh chicken just washed up ashore in Jamaica. Like, there's no traces of where it's come from. There's no reports of anyone reporting it missing. Nothing. It was supposed to go to, I think, some next island, but it washed up ashore in Jamaica. Then you had the Jamaican residents going in there and taking the chicken and whatnot, cooking up the chicken, making mad meals. I've seen them frying it up, some of them putting it in stews and whatnot. But something don't sit right with me. Something don't sit right with me. Call me a conspiracy theorist or whatnot, but why Jamaica? I wouldn't be surprised if the chicken's contaminated in some type of way, or mad people start turning up sick and ill. But you get what I'm saying? When something's too good to be true, sometimes it is. It's too good to be true. Like, it just popped out of nowhere. Yo, black people, we've got to wake up, man.
This is all that's left inside the now infamous chicken container that washed ashore an isolated beach in Sandy Hills, Helsha, St. Catherine, a few days ago.
I go in a container, man, take out one whole heap, man. Everybody take out chicken, man.
As the materials start to rot, a foul smell in the air, attracting vultures. But the people along Helsha Beach, Sandy Hills, and other communities in Portmore, St. Catherine told TVJ News that they made sure to empty the container before any of the chicken went bad.
Yeah, man, me have a couple in my fridge. Right now, so to speak, I have a couple in my fridge.
That admission, despite warnings from the Health and Agriculture Ministries cautioning people not to eat the chicken because it may have been contaminated during its journey to the shore.
Get a lot. I shared with my neighbors.
But they insisted the chicken was good quality and frozen solid when they were removed from the container.
No, man, it's enjoyable.
Taka sytuacja, nie?
Creepy video comes from Wiggins Wild World on TikTok. Now, what's interesting about this is that he and his wife stumble upon some very interesting items in their location. So they make videos about this, and they are getting a lot of views. They're going viral. All of a sudden, TikTok completely removed all other videos when it came to what they found.
Well, now I'm recording, like, right to TikTok because, like, it's getting real now. So we're off, north of our property a little bit, and we were looking for places that naturally hold water, and we found this like little pond that's like north of an arroyo, and this thing is filled with kids' backpacks.
Like filled with backpacks.
And there's like a mound here, and
there's like a bunch of signs
there's more
of like
backpacks.
wildlife activity,
like if you dig down,
it's like
there's backpacks. There's little kids' backpacks here.
Don't be too loud, please.
Like, there are kids' backpacks here. I'm armed. But we found a place out in the middle of the desert north of our property that, has bones and boots and
all sorts of shit.
Kids' backpacks. Yeah. This is getting really, really weird. And yeah, it's exactly like we thought. Little glittery pink Nike shoes and little pink purple backpacks. Like literally everywhere we look, there's a bear backpack. And they're all like this size. And half the ones that I've looked at still have personal effects in them. Like this one over here, literally was filled with clothes and toothpaste. Like literally, there's just more little backpacks. They're all women's and children's shit. Like, yeah, I understand migrants leave stuff, but these are all purple. These are all, like, purple little girls, man. When we found a femur and a lower leg bone that had been sawed in half next to a pair of little kid's Jordan shoe, a backpack, and some clothes. Like, the sheriff's department was like, oh, damn. Like, this look, yeah. And we still haven't heard back the results from that, so that's a little fishy.
Have y'all ever seen a commercial for Celine Dion's clothing brand, y'all? When I tell you this shit is twisted and dark, it's twisted and dark. In this commercial, she's literally stealing babies, y'all. Her clothing brand is called New. New World, you finish the rest down below in the comments. Look at this shit. This is baby clothes. Look at the symbolism. We all know what this represents. I feel bad for the parents that allow their children to wear this shit. Look, it's like they want to start them young. You got the baby with the devil horns. It's right there in your face. Look at this shit. Y'all, this is literally her clothing brand. I'm not understanding why people allow their kids to wear this shit. It's weird. Would you allow your kids to wear something like this? Look at this. Now take a look at the video playing over my head.
Our children.
This shit is weird, y'all.
Our children. As we are all just links in a never-ending chain that is life.
Y'all seen the clothes.
In reality, we are only a fraction of their universe. We miss the past. They dream of tomorrow. We may thrust them forward into the future, but the chorus will always be theirs to choose.
If y'all don't see it, and I really gotta say it,
Yeah, girl, and I'm Beyonce.